Welcome to the Ugly News Team. And the Action News Center.
Oh, no, that's something
That's
different.
not us.
Yeah, no, not something.
We are dressed a little tight, though.
It's weird to see you in a suit and see you all dressed up. It's almost as if you have a real purpose in life.
We actually do have a purpose this weekend.
All right.
It's Memorial Day weekend. We'd like to thank you for joining us today. We're actually going to suspend the normally crazy, non-really scripted program.
So you're not going to wear a pot on your head?
Not today.
Okay.
We're actually going to give it over to the Fueled by the Fallen organization. Can we center that, please? Thank you.
Looks better.
It's an organization ran by Kevin Major Howard. It is a tribute to our fallen heroes, civilian and military alike. And the goal of the organization is to raise money for scholarships for their children and, of course, help them with their housing when necessary. So we'd like you to sit back and relax, and we'll see you in a few minutes, and we'll tell you how easy it will be for you to help to contribute to this wonderful organization. Thank you for joining us on this Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you soon. Hi, my name is Walter Ruskin of the San Diego Community Newspaper Group and the Ugly News Team. Today we're doing a little bit of a different show. It's not so funny because it's Memorial Day weekend. And we're having our Memorial Day, our first annual Memorial Day telethon with Fueled by the Fallen, an organization designed to help us remember those we've lost. I'm sitting next to Kevin Major Howard. Hello, Kevin.
Walter, pleasure.
Thank you for joining us on the show. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to help your group. What does your organization do?
Fueled by the Fallen is a non-profit organization that gives back to heroes. Whether there are heroes fighting overseas who may come home injured, whether it's post-traumatic stress disorder, whether it's a child's opportunity for an education, we can give that scholarship to that child. Whether it's a fallen hero's family who just needs. So I guess what we are is a non-profit, without the red tape, financial assistance to make sure you get what you need when you need it. And also it's a moral compass. We've designed these beautiful cars, the 911 Angels, the military branches, even the black and whites for our nation, for all police officers killed in the line of duty. But each one of those names is valuable to Fueled by the Fallen and to this nation. It is a family who's been devastated by that loss, someone fighting for our freedoms, and we want America to not forget, but to remember their freedoms have been paid for by these incredible human beings, and we should take honor and privilege and slow our lives down a little bit. That when we watch our news channel and we hear that, you know, officer so-and-so has passed away, killed in the line of duty, let's not wake up tomorrow morning and forget. Let's wake up tomorrow morning and talk to our children about freedoms and the passion of this country and how great it really is by remembering that one individual who gave his life.
What is the advantages of having cars instead of like a wall?
Well, you know, there's a lot of people that have never been to see the wall in Washington, D.C., but the cars are mobile, and what I love about the platform of doing this all on cars, and to explain it to our audience, each car has in gold lettering the name of those who have perished in the gift of freedom they have given back to all of us in our nation. What I love about the platform of the automobile is that you will get the attention of a 2-year-old and a 92-year-old with the automobile, and therefore we have that moment to have the families of America reflect upon how they've gotten their freedoms and at the dear cost we've paid, but to also educate the children who are going to inherit this great nation in a short 10 to 15 years what those costs have been. So the platform of the automobile has worked tremendously. The cars are on a world tour, the 911 Angels especially, because 90 other countries have countrymen on these cars as well.
Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us here on your Memorial Day weekend. Please look up the website, Fueled by the Fallen, or call the number on your screen and give a small pledge, or call just to volunteer some time. We're going to take a tour right now of some of the things we've seen this week, correct?
I look forward to it, Walter, and thank you.
All right, we'll see you on the other side.
All right, brother.
All right, thank you, sir.
Hey, you too.
Okay, yeah, I could do Amazing Grace.
All right, go ahead. Let's...
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I once was but now I see.
Okay, the 9/11 Angels, please, everybody, remember these people. Kids, get out there, do your part. You'll feel so good when you do. Parents, be behind your children. Teach them what these people have sacrificed and what they've given. It doesn't take much, just a little bit of time, a little bit of change, and it makes all the difference in the world.
Welcome back to the Fueled by the Fallen Interthon.
I gotta say this.
What? I'm dressed. I look nice. It's
Interthon.
It's an interthon.
Did you make that up?
Well, you go on the internet and you can make
Yeah.
a pledge.
Yeah.
It's right there at fueledbythefallen.org. You can actually do it right there on your smartphone if you're
Right.
watching on your smartphone.
Now, and the money actually goes to families.
Directly to the
Yeah,
families.
right.
One letter that we're going to show with you right now is from the Q family. They were asking some other entities for some assistance,
Yeah.
and there is sometimes bureaucracy in
Right.
trying to get the help. And it's not my story. Let's hear it from them.
Yeah.
A hero's family speaks. Our family cannot express enough gratitude to you and your organization. There are so many places that you get told you don't qualify for one reason or another, and only after you have been through weeks of back and forth and paperwork, faxes, etc., you feel you have no privacy or pride after it's all out there, and then it was all for nothing but to be embarrassed. Fueled by the Fallen stepped in, got the information they needed, and then they bent over backwards to make it all work for our family. Now we are not homeless, have been able to get into another car. Since ours caught fire 2 months ago, we have been without. We have water and lights, can get the kids to school and to the doctors. With 5 children, it would have been devastating and not understandable for them as to why we would end up homeless and right before the holidays. But that is unfortunately reality for many soldiers and their families every day. We thank you with humbled hearts and with tears of joy in our eyes that you kept us from being one of those families. The Q family.
Back to the first annual Fueled by the Fallen Enterthon Telethon. I love that Enterthon.
I'm doing your folding.
I appreciate that. Remember, if you just go to fueledbythefallen.org, any contribution of $30 or more, show the shirt. Don't hide it. You get this beautiful shirt. How about that? Any contribution of $100 or more, you'll get a limited edition commemorative shield that shows your support for the Fueled by the Fallen and the Fallen Heroes families.
That's very cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Did they let you drive one of those cars?
They did.
That was you driving. And there's 5 Angel cars,
There's
right?
five
Right.
Angel cars.
And
This is
those
the Angel-
commemorate 9/11.
This
Gotcha.
this tour is the Angel
Right.
tour. When we were actually on our way to Vegas for the
Right.
event, when we pulled off the road, we're helping some people get some fuel. Next thing you know, well, a memorial broke out. Check a look.
How cool is this? This is unbelievable. Out here in the middle of nowhere.
This thing's going to tour the country. Two of these cars were actually at the Statue of Liberty, at the base of the Statue of Liberty.
Wow. Well, I got a picture of it. Can I get a picture of you guys with this thing
You
too?
bet, you bet.
Danny, remember I told you about a buddy of mine? Here she is right here.
I remember in the 4th of July party.
Lisa Ann Frost, 22, Rancho Santa Margarita, right there.
I find it really interesting that we're actually out here off of Halloran on our way to Las Vegas, and here we are on the boondocks of desert, and we're getting a chance to meet somebody who knows somebody on the car. Who's the person that you know in the car?
Well, Lisa Ann Frost, 22, from Rancho Santa Margarita, was on the second plane that crashed into the towers.
Family that lost, all the families that lost, they're in our hearts, they're in our spirit. And as we have all made a promise in America to never forget, guess what we're doing? We're living up to the promise that we have not forgotten. Here we are standing on this desert highway and meeting a gentleman like you. They are the 9/11 Angels. Each car is referenced that way, Angel 1 through 5. And I built them on purpose because I really believe America needs to start remembering who its heroes are.
Father God, thank you. just thank you so much for this opportunity to be driving through the desert and meet a wonderful group of people who are recognizing the fallen. And it's important that America, Father, just realizes what they're doing. It's a huge effort, and we just pray that you'll watch over them, protect each and every one of them, and help them in every way you possibly can. And most of all, Lord, we just thank you for this opportunity to share fellowship with people out in the middle of the desert in your land of gracious living. Father, we thank you so much. In your precious name we pray. Amen.
Kind of a motto through Knight Rider, and a lot of things that people have said have touched them, was the theme for the show was one man can make a difference. And whether through Fueled by the Fallen, which is about going out and touching veterans who have been injured or their families, helping scholarship them, or whatever it is, something in your local community. If you can give, if you can touch somebody, one person can make a difference. It really makes a difference, whether it's $10, whether it's $100, whether it's giving 10 hours, whatever it is that you can give. Sometimes just giving somebody a word of encouragement is what we need. And so what it is showing that you care. That's how you can make a difference. But do it. Get out and do it.
Welcome back to the Fueled by the Fallen, first annual Fueled by the Fallen Interthon. Check out the website right there at fueledbythefallen.org. Remember, folks, you're still not too late to make a small contribution if you have the...
Gonna make this nice.
Gonna make this nice. Any contribution of $30 or more, you receive the commemorative Fueled by the Fallen, showing all the branches of government of those who have lost their lives. Also, for a small nominal fee of $100 or more donation, be one of the few of the 500 limited edition commemorative shields. We'll see you right back here in a few moments.
Paul, thank you very, very much. Good afternoon, everyone. How is everybody doing? I want to introduce those 911 Angel Camaros that you saw coming in, all lit up red, white, and blue. Everyone's name that fell on that tragic day 10 years ago are listed on those cars. But why did I build them? I built them because America's the greatest nation on the planet. I built them because we need to tell our children about their history. We're about to pass the torch to them to carry our great nation forward. When you get a chance, please go to fueledbythefallen.org. Make a pledge. We give back to children a scholarship who have been left behind. To an injured hero who's coming back from Iraq, Afghanistan, who needs our financial assistance. We are all in this one together, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to remind everybody, let's remind our children 7 forgotten words. Yes, sir. No, sir. Please. And thank you. America will be stronger for that tomorrow if we just do that little bit. To Paul Casey and the good work he's doing here, to all the celebrities who are supporting this moment, let's give back to the Children's Miracle Network. I thank you so much for this privilege. Come down, visit the cars, touch a hero's name, and let's teach our babies about the greatness we all are together. And by the way, any veteran standing amongst us right now, please raise your hand. All right, everybody, you know what to do.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Major Howard.
I want to shout out to you right now to do anything you can, pledge your money, your time, your efforts to give back to those who are so special to us.
Again, thank you for the beautiful words.
Thank you.
All right, Kay, go ahead. At Fueled by the Fallen, our motto is teach a child to thank a hero today. What would you like to teach a child?
Well, something as simple as just saying thank you to all the troops that are coming home and the fine job that they did, because back in the Vietnam era, a lot of people forgot all the hard work that they did. So it's nice to see them getting the acknowledgement that they deserve.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, I think that in one way or another, everybody should serve their country, and whether it be, you know, with the hospital or with the police department or just doing community effort. get involved, help teach the kids. I really wish that it was mandatory for kids to be in some organization like the 4-H or Boy Scouts or something to help teach them the values that we seem to be losing right now. And I think that it would be good if they got into the FFA or any kind of organization like that. I know in Woodland it's a requirement that you have so many hours of community service before you can graduate. And I think that should just be standard operating procedure.
If you're by the phone and you feel like giving a donation, if your heart has been moved to give a donation, then please do make the phone call. Another great thing to do is to give to a local charity, any local charity, something that means something to you. Do community service. We try to teach our children to do community service whenever they could, not just when they got detention and had to, not when they got a ticket and had to, but because it was a Wednesday and it felt good to pick up trash at the creek or to pick up trash on the side of the road. So volunteerism, it's a great thing. It's a great thing to do. Find a local charity. That's it. Find a local charity, find a need, and meet it today.
That is amazing. As much work as John Schneider has done for charity and as much acting work as he will always be known as Dukes of Hazzard. He will always be known as Bo Duke.
That's because my wife said that's the credit she wanted because she still has a crush on him.
I know.
Yeah, I wanted to say no philanthropist. She said, he's so cute. So tell me that didn't take me forever to edit.
Right.
Anyway, if you make a contribution today at fueledbythefallen.org, for any contribution of $30 or more, you get the commemorative shirt that shows respect for the 4 branches of our military. Also, any contribution of $100 or more, you will get this commemorative shield honoring the fallen angels.
That's actually very cool. Yeah, that was a very nice piece.
And here's the part that was amazing. When I was out there, a lot of we based the show out here in San Diego.
Yeah.
And there are 2 gentlemen, 2 officers that we met from San Diego were out there during this event, and their words, I mean, they were very powerful. So I hope you enjoy.
San Diego PD.
I want to thank you so much for your service to this country, for my personal freedom as well. Thank you, brother.
I'm very proud of it.
Matt, how many years of service have you given?
I had over 20 years service, and I've been doing this off and on for 25 years.
You know, we got a chance to first meet on the highway coming into Las Vegas. You were hanging outside your truck with a camera, and you watched the Angels come on down. But I want to ask you guys a question, because, you know, you wear that uniform proudly in our country. It's a job you risk your life with, and you could cash that check at any time. But what is Memorial Day, week, month, our armed forces, and our proud men and women who wear the uniform, what do you want to say about all that?
Well, you know, I think a lot of people should take notice of what these people have given, what they've given of themselves to let us be free to do what we're doing here today and to celebrate them. I think they've given the ultimate sacrifice. I saw a poster recently, and it showed a soldier on D-Day laying on the beach, and the caption was, "What have you done for your country today?"
Wow, Rick, I mean,
it brings tears to my eyes, just think about it.
Matt, what's it like for you on Memorial Day, and what do you want to say to the children of America who are going to inherit this great nation?
You know, I know when I saw you and some of the things that you were talking about, I thought about those things, and I thought those are the things we're missing now. We're missing simple things like thank you, please, sorry, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. The simple things. We're missing getting back to the things that this country was built on. I think about my family. I think about people that put their life on the line and have passed away in a foreign country. I think about all the police officers' funerals I've been to. I never worked with one of those guys, yet every one of those funerals I went to, I shed a tear, I looked at the family and said thank you so much. Because that's what makes me come back and want to do this. I myself had to retire early, and I think about all these guys out there every day that are putting their life on the line. They're doing it for us. We live in the greatest country, the greatest nation, and that's what Memorial Day is all about. It's all of that wrapped up in the fact that we need to stop and get away from all the commercialization, get away from all the barbecues, get away from all that stuff, and get back to what it was all about. And I can't thank you enough for doing this, so thank you.
Well, you know, it's just a great way to spend a day with all of you, and we get to help our country reflect on the heroes that have paid the dear freedom, given us the freedom by paying that dear price with their lives. I want to thank you both again for the service you have given to this country.
Absolutely.
It's remarkable people like you, and I always find it amazing that the people that actually have the children and have that wife and that family are the ones that are first ready to go to that war. It's not the single guys. It's the man who cares about the family tree, the generations to come, who's willing to put his life on the line to say, hey, I'm going to protect your freedoms with my life. I will see you when I get home. But again, Rick, what a great day, huh?
Absolutely.
Matt, I thank you again, sir.
Thank you, Kevin.
Kevin,
all right,
one
brother.
thing I'd like to say is, you know, because of people like you, we're making the rest of the nation aware and making our kids aware, and those are the ones that really need to know what's going on.
We get a chance to be together today to do some good work for some good people, charities as well.
Right.
And I want to ask you personally, what does Memorial Day mean to you?
Well, it's a special day. It's a day where you should reflect on the life that you have. If you have a good wife, a good family, you have a great job, you got a nice home, you got nice things, you're alive and healthy. It's the time to reflect on those that put their life on the line for us and have lost their lives, and the people that have lost, the ones that have put their life on the line, how they feel. And we should always be grateful that there are men and women out there who are built, and their foundation is compassion and generosity, that go out there and try to right the wrongs of the world and put their life on the line. It's a day to honor them.
To the first annual Fueled by the Fallen Enterthon. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm playing with the
yeah,
shirt. I
know.
can't stop playing with
Well,
them.
that's right, because they are nice shirts. And for only
Yeah.
$30, if you go to fueledbythefallen.org, any contribution of $30 or more, you will receive the commemorative Fueled by the Fallen Marines Memorial Race Car Team.
I'm proud of you. Putting on a suit, doing good work. And I know it's not about us today. I know. But
yes,
you had Eric Estrada. Now, I have to know, did you pitch him our movie project? We've been talking about it for 2 years, getting Eric Estrada on our movie.
I might have mentioned the Iron Roach.
The Iron Roach.
And you know what he said?
Coming soon to a theater near you.
I told him it would change his life.
What did he say?
Bring it
Seriously.
on, baby.
No, he did not.
Well,
Come
kind.
on.
Well,
Is he going to read the script?
No.
I know
But
it's
he
not about
was
it.
kind enough to read for us. He was kind enough because I don't know if you know, there's a lot of, we know him as Chips and things like that.
Right.
But he actually is a very prolific officer. He actually
is he a real cop?
Yeah. What he does is he part of the things that he does is he goes to schools and educates teachers and families about the use of internet and how you have to be careful and protect your children.
Really? So he's an interwebs cop.
Kind of.
I love it.
Yeah, it was really neat. He was a nice man, very nice. He was very gracious, and we were pleased to have him.
We don't know if
join
he's
us.
going to do the show. And we don't know. We don't know if he's going to do our movie.
It's not about
All
me.
right, okay.
It is about, though. It is about Fueled by the Fallen. It's the Memorial Day, first annual Memorial. We hope to get many more of these.
Yeah.
Well, we actually don't have to have more. That's really weird. We want to always respect those that have given their lives for us, but we don't want to just, hope we can have more.
This doing good thing is awkward.
But it doesn't have to be awkward for you. And if you listen to any of the messages of the people that you heard today, what's interesting is it's not about just making yourself feel good, it's about doing good. And it doesn't have to be Fueled by the Fallen. It could be any organization. It could be your local VA. It could be a school reading to children. Get involved, your people. Get involved with people. And that's really the biggest message of Fueled by the Fallen.
It's just a big reminder that we're all in this together.
And that's what Memorial Day is. Is that because without those before us, we'd have nothing today.
Yep.
Here we are in Las Vegas, and we're standing here with James Kinsey, who's actually the president of the Fraternal Order of Eagles. And I want to say thank you so much, James, and to all of you. You have supported Fueled by the Fallen. James, thank you so much for all the good work you have done. It's one of our great sponsors, and he gets us around the country. We've had our beautiful truck back here who's broken down the highway sometimes with Ronnie driving it, and we made a call to James and the Fraternal Order of Eagles, and they jumped in and made it happen, got the truck back on the road. James, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and we definitely support Fueled by the Fallen. It's a great organization to honor veterans and to teach kids to have respect and to understand what the American military really does for our country. Thank you.
Just again, thank you. You have carried the flag in America with the biggest of heart. You have served this country. You are willing to write a check that maybe your body may have to cash. But for my personal freedom, thank you. Thank you again for the support. Say hello and give a shout out and inspiration to some child out there.
Hey, just something to all the little guys out there, and little guys and girls. When you see us walking by, or the military, or stop and say thanks for what they're doing, because it really makes us feel good to know that people care for us and appreciate what we've done and what we continue to do with our active duty guys that are still active duty. I may be retired, but just like the Marines say, once a Marine, all Marine. Once in the military, always in the military, so I will forever be a member of the military. And it really does my heart proud to see these young people that actually do appreciate what we do and come up to us and say, thanks for your service.
Well, brother, thank you and welcome home, by the way, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Little word to the children out there.
But the biggest thing I could say is respect your parents. Like Brother Mick here said, you know, a little bit of respect, respect for the flag. Just take pride in the country itself. We love it. We do what we do, not so much for ourselves, but for everybody else.
You know, I think what I'm going to say is thanks in advance to some of you children, because we're standing where some of you will stand in the future. Don't be afraid. Be proud.
Fueled by the Fallen, because it's an organization that really requires that we stay conscious and we pay attention to the things we hold most dear. And again, what we hold most dear is our similarity with others, not our differences with each other, even though we all suffered the tragedy of 9/11. Those of us who understand, it's our responsibility to help those that don't understand. It's our responsibility to try to move us past the loss and the fear and the anger. And when we do that, we accomplish what those people fell for, what those people gave their lives for. And that's a beautiful thing and a very important thing. And so I would encourage anybody and everybody to support this organization with your time, with your money, with your ability to talk about it and talk about what it means for you. Thank you.
First annual Fueled by the Fallen Interthon.
Interthon.
I've created the term and almost forgot what it is. Please, though, but you know what an interthon is by simply going to fueledbythefallen.org. You'll see a small tab there where you can make a contribution. Any contribution for $30 or more, you'll receive the Marines commemorative race car team that Fueled by the Fallen sponsors, as well as any contribution of $100 or more, you'll receive this commemorative, limited edition commemorative shield that shows your support for those families and victims of 9/11.
That's right.
Look us up here at fueledbythefallen.org, and all your contributions go directly to those families that need that most. No matter what happens this holiday weekend, or in the future of this weekend, we just should go out and help somebody, not just yourself.
Was that Starsky or Hutch?
It was Starsky. Fueled by the Fallen would like to thank you for taking the time and watching this weekend. We feel very honored and big words.
Yeah.
Words that are too big for me.
Use your words.
Out of all the things in life that come across your plate, you want to hopefully make a difference in someone's life. We do. Those of Fueled by the Fallen do. But no matter what happens this Memorial Weekend, we want you to just take a breath. Take your time. Thank God, your countrymen, the people next to you, for being in your life. Because without them, there is no life. God bless you. We'll see you next week.
Angel Camaros that you saw coming in, all lit up red, white, and blue. Everyone's name that fell on that tragic day 10 years ago are listed on those cars. But why did I build them? I built them because America's the greatest nation on the planet. I built them because we need to tell our children about their history. We're about to pass the torch to them to carry our great nation forward. When you get a chance, please go to fueledbythefallen.org. Make a pledge. We give back to children a scholarship who have been left behind. To an injured hero who's coming back from Iraq, Afghanistan, who needs our financial assistance. We are all in this one together, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm found. I once was blind, but now I see.